Picture this. You're in Madurai walking out of the Meenakshi temple, the air heavy with camphor and chants that have echoed for centuries. Devotion is everywhere. Faith is tangible, but step out of the temple Gopuram into the political arena and suddenly religion has little to no bearing on how people vote. That contrast between spiritual intensity and political detachment is what makes Tamil Nadu unique. At first glance, it feels like a paradox. This is the land of Rameshwaram, Madurai and Srirangam, places that define Hindu devotion in a lot of ways. Yet, when it comes to politics, the Dravidian identity towers above the religious identity of an individual. Not because Tamilians are anti-Hindu, not because they're blindly secular, but because their history has shaped a completely different grammar of politics. To decode it, we first need to take a global detour.
Secularism की हमारी परिभाषा ये है कि एक हिंदू अच्छा हिंदू हो, एक मुसलमान अच्छा मुसलमान, एक सिख अच्छा सिख हो, एक ईसाई अच्छा ईसाई, और सब अपने अपने पंथों का अनुसरण करते हुए एक दूसरे के धर्मों का आदर करते हैं.
What does secularism really mean? The first word that comes to mind when we debate religion in politics is secular. Possibly the most misused and misunderstood word in the recent years. But what does it actually mean? Well, the textbook definition of secularism says that it is the belief that religion should not influence or be involved in the organization of society, education, government, etc. Sounds neat. But across the word wears very different masks. Take France, for example. They follow laïcité, often called negative secularism. The idea is to strip religion from the public sphere and replace it with liberty, equality, and fraternity. In practice, it means banning hijabs, kippas, turbans in public schools, and even outlawing face-covering veils in public spaces since 2011. Violate it and you risk a fine. Denmark, Switzerland, and Netherlands follow suit.
It's only a day old, but the public ban on burqas and niqabs in France is already being put to the test.
In Italy, the government is eyeing a new law that could ban the burqa and niqab in all public places.
In Switzerland, a law banning the covering of the face has handed down its very first violation.
Given the Prime Minister's desire to strengthen strategic alignment with our European neighbours, will he, in the interests of public safety, follow the lead of France, Denmark, Belgium and others and ban the burqa?
Surprisingly, even Muslim-majority nations like Kazakhstan, Tunisia and Uzbekistan have restricted the burqa or the niqab.
Tunisian Prime Minister Youssef Chahid has banned the wearing of the niqab in public institutions, citing security reasons.
A norm that has been upturned by several Central Asian countries, and now Kazakhstan is the latest to join that list.
After years of unofficial restrictions on religious satire, the Tajikistani government has formally banned the hijab across the country.
Now think about India. Remember the Karnataka hijab ban of 2022, or students in Telangana turned away from Catholic schools for wearing Ayyappa Diksha attires. Yes, these are also shades of negative secularism. But here's the difference. No woman in India gets fined for wearing a burqa at a mall or a cinema theatre. Public spaces remain open to faith expressions. In practice, India allows for a broader and more viable and visible display of faith, compared to the French model at least. Now look at the Islamic world. There, the word secular barely exists. Instead, it's replaced by tolerance. Sharia dictates governance and rulers proudly wear tolerance as a badge of honor, albeit conditional tolerance. For non-Muslims, rights to worship are always at the mercy of the majority. Building a temple in Saudi Arabia is illegal. Public prayers by non-Muslims are prohibited. Distributing a Bhagavad Gita, for God's sake, can invite trouble. In Pakistan, a non-Muslim cannot ever become the Prime Minister or the President. This framework restricts the public expression of minority faiths, creating a sharp contrast with India's broader religious freedoms. And then comes Israel, where secularism, the word in itself, takes the strangest turn possible. During a visit, I learned that Jews are divided into ultra-Orthodox, modern religious, traditional, and secular. But here's the twist. Secular Jews aren't defined by respecting other faiths. They're defined by how loosely they follow their own commandments. They may not even mingle among themselves, separate schools, neighborhoods, even handshakes are hard to come by. Their definition of coexistence is living in adjacent buildings without open hostility. As an Indian visiting the Haifa neighborhood, hailed as a beacon of coexistence, I couldn't help but smile. I've grown up watching Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and Sikhs studying together, celebrating each other's festivals. That, to me, is coexistence. What I saw in Israel was tolerance at best. So before we step into Tamil Nadu, let's lock this in. Secularism means different things in different parts of the world. France enforces it, the Islamic world curtails it, Israel redefines it. And India muddles through, noisy, contradictory, chaotic, but still more pluralistic than most. Which brings us to Tamil Nadu. Here's the first big truth. Tamilians aren't less religious. In fact, they're deeply religious. Temples are alive with rituals, festivals see massive participation, and households brim with daily pujas. But the difference lies in what religion means politically. For most Tamilians, faith is private. It does not spill over into governance or electoral choices. You can be a staunch devotee and still reject a party that asks for votes in the name of gods. Compare this with states in the north, where religious identity often shapes political loyalty. In Tamil Nadu, the pivot is different. Caste, language pride, and Dravidian self-respect dominate over religious mobilization. To understand why, we need to dive into history. When Islam reached North India, it often arrived with invaders and monarchs, leading to centuries of conflict and a memory of religious antagonism. In Tamil Nadu, the story unfolded a little differently. Arab traders sailed to the southern coast as early as 7th century CE. They didn't come with armies, they came with spices, textiles, and the intent to settle down. They married locally, adopted Tamil, and created hybrid communities like the Marakkayars. The result? Assimilation, not alienation. Arabu Tamil, a hybrid language with Tamil and Arabic influence, evolved in the meantime. This early integration meant Muslims were not seen as outsiders or threats in Tamil Nadu. They became part of the Tamil identity itself. Unlike the north, there wasn't a centuries-long legacy of religious persecution to stoke animosity. That alone set the stage for a society where religion was respected but not weaponized.
A beautiful display of faith and harmony was witnessed on the occasion of Masi Magam in Kadalur, Tamil Nadu. The Muslim community welcomed the procession of Lord Sri Mushnam Bhuvaraga Perumal near the Rehmatullah Dargah on Saturday. As a mark of respect and devotion, a silk sari and other offerings were presented to the deity, followed by a unified prayer inside the Dargah.
Fast forward to the 20th century, and another force reshapes Tamil Nadu's psyche, the Dravidian movement. E.V. Ramaswamy, popularly known as Periyar, spearheaded the self-respect movement, and it hit Brahminical orthodoxy head-on. Periyar was subtle. He mocked idol worship, dismissed Hindu rituals, and built an ideology where caste oppression, not religion as a whole, was enemy number one. Periyar's philosophy wasn't about erasing faith, it was about attacking structures of dominance. He positioned Brahminical Hinduism as the villain, while urging non-Brahmin Tamils to reclaim dignity, equality, and pride in the Dravidian identity. Whether you agreed with him or not, his message resonated with millions of people. And crucially, it shifted the axis of politics away from religion and towards caste and social justice. Dravidian parties carried this torch into politics. Leaders like C.N. Annamalai and M. Karunanidhi transformed Periyar's social critique into a political machine. Their success cemented one idea in Tamil Nadu. Politics is about Dravidian identity, not Hindu identity. Now layer language onto all of this. In the late 1930s, protests erupted against Hindi being imposed in Tamil schools. In 1965, anti-Hindi agitations had turned violent, consuming lives and leaving scars that last till today. These agitations weren't just about language. They symbolized Tamil resistance to what they saw as northern dominance. The anti-Hindi sentiment bled into how people viewed national parties like Congress and the Bharatiya Janata Party, both seen as Hindi parties. Anything associated with northern imposition, whether cultural or religious, triggered resistance. For Dravidian parties, this resistance became political gold. By keeping alive the narrative of linguistic pride and cultural independence, they ensured that religion-driven politics from the north never took root in Tamil soil. Think of leaders like Karunanidhi, a 5-time chief minister who openly criticized Hindu practices, from applying tilak to idol worship. Or Annamalai, who built his politics around rationalism and Tamil pride. Their rhetoric was often controversial, sometimes hypocritical, but it sent out one clear signal. Dravidian politics will not be dictated by religious identity. Critics often accuse them of targeting Hindu practices while sparing minorities. But here's the catch. This narrative never stuck enough to alter electoral outcomes of the state of Tamil Nadu. The Dravidian script was too strong, its roots too deep. If religion isn't the main pivot, what is? The answer is simple: caste. Over and over, caste has outweighed religious identity in Tamil Nadu politics. Alliances, candidate selection, grassroots mobilization all revolve around caste equations. Even in 2024, the refusal to field a Dalit candidate in a single general category seat spoke louder than any temple rally. For the Tamil voter, caste identity and Dravidian ethos overpower religious appeals every single time. So what does this mean on the ground? It means a Tamil Hindu can be deeply devout, attending temple festivals, sponsoring rituals and even fasting on auspicious days, and still vote for a party that openly criticizes Hindu orthodoxy. Religion is sacred at home and in temples, but irrelevant at the ballot box. This separation of faith and governance is what keeps Hindutva politics from gaining traction. Contrast this with the north, where religious festivals often double up as political rallies. In Tamil Nadu, they don't mix. And when they do, when national parties try to use religion as a mobilizer, it often backfires, reinforcing Tamil pride and Dravidian identity. For the Bharatiya Janata Party, Tamil Nadu is a paradox it hasn't cracked. The party thrives on religious polarization elsewhere, but in Tamil Nadu, its message gets reframed as Hindi imposition. Its temple politics feels important, not organic. Its cultural cues from language to iconography don't resonate with Tamil pride. And as long as Dravidian parties keep the anti-Hindi narrative alive, BJP's Hindutva playbook remains ineffective in the state of Tamil Nadu. Here's another angle. Tamil Nadu isn't just resistant to Hindutva. It's also one of India's most prosperous states, contributing nearly 9% of India's GDP, second only to Maharashtra. The state shows that you can prioritize development over religious mobilization and still thrive. Voters here care about jobs, schools, infrastructure, and caste equity far more than about temples or mosques. This doesn't mean Tamil Nadu is free from appeasement politics or contradictions. Both DMK and AIADMK have been accused of minority appeasement, of running schools that quietly promote Hindi, or playing double games with national politics. But none of these alter the larger pattern. Religion simply doesn't dominate Tamil Nadu's political landscape the way it does in the north. So what do we learn from all of this? Tamil Nadu is not irreligious. It is not even radically secular in the French sense. Instead, it has built a unique model where faith is private, caste and language are political, and religion-driven mobilization is rejected. The temples still draw millions, the rituals still thrive, but when the ballot arrives, Tamilians vote Dravid, not Hindutva. Now let's flip the lens. If Tamil Nadu can keep religion and politics apart, does that make it more secular than France, where burqas are banned in public spaces? More tolerant than the Middle East, where non-Muslims can't even build temples freely? Or is Tamil Nadu simply pragmatic, choosing development and identity politics over religion because it works? The four big questions that I would like to leave you with. 1. Does Tamil Nadu's model offer lessons for other Indian states struggling with religious polarization? 2. Is Dravidian politics truly rationalist, or just another form of identity politics wearing a different mask? 3. Has India as a whole become too myopic? Are we stuck in echo chambers where the right justifies everything the right does and the left does the exact same, instead of taking an issue-specific rational stand? 4. We have gone through how different countries define secularism or religious tolerance across the world, some due to historical reasons and others due to convenience, but none that practices it the way India does. Does that make us any more secular than all of them, or do we have a long way to go? To conclude, Tamil Nadu is the unsolved mystery in Hindutva's playbook. A state where devotion thrives, but Hindutva struggles. A state where temples are packed, but politics is Dravidian. A state that shows us that faith doesn't have to dictate governance. The question is, are we willing to learn from it, or will we keep dismissing it as an outlier?